All right, so how has buying in the store changed my life? It's completely changed my life. I graduated from college in the early 90s with a degree in meteorology, and I was actually a meteorologist for about 15 years. During that time, I was diagnosed with lupus, and at the time in the 90s, when you were diagnosed with a disease like that, you were told to rest and not run and not tax your body, and I grew up as a runner, and I lost a big part of me. But times changed, and doctors came around and said that maybe running is good when you're fighting a disease, and my sister convinced me to start running, and together we trained for our first marathon, and best memory of my life was finishing that race with my dad and my sister by my side, and that moment changed everything. Instead of being a meteorologist that was trying to keep the world safe and people knowing what the weather conditions were, I wanted to make a real difference and change people's lives. And there are two quotes that really define me and what I do, and the first is by Margaret Mead, and it says that there's no doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world, because indeed it's the only thing that ever has. And I do believe that it doesn't take a lot of people to change the world, we just need people to step up. And the second is my favorite story of the little girl that's throwing starfish back into the sea, and an old man walks up to her and says, "Why are you doing that? You're not making a difference." And she throws a starfish back and she says, "Made a difference to that one." And that's the attitude that I take in the store, is that people come in, they're little starfish, they need help, they want to change their life, they're ready for a new adventure, they want to get healthy, they want to not have foot pain. And when they come in, we get to help them. And it's such a satisfying thing to see them walk out with a smile on their face. And it's even more satisfying when we see them at the finish line of a race, or have them come into the store 6 months later and show us the shoes that they've worn, and they're completely worn out because they put in so many miles and they need to get a new one. And at that moment, they're in our family. And to me, it makes Fleet Feet not a job, it makes it a passion and a life, and I wouldn't change it for the world.